Now let us see about the contribution of Adil Shahis. During the reign of 200 years, that is during the 200 years of their rule, Adil Shahs of Bijapur have contributed a lot to the field of education, literature, music, fine arts and art and sculpture. So let us see one by one. Coming to the education, okay. So this Adil Shahis were great lovers of education and they encouraged it too. Okay, and their education policy was to develop the Islamic religion. Maktab, that is mosque, madrasa, that is college, were their educational centers. Okay, and philosophy, religion, law, poetry, and other subjects were taught here. So educational institutions were under the king's patronage. So firstly we read about the education. So they gave a lot of importance to the development of their Islamic culture, and Maktab and Madrasa were their educational center, and here they taught the subjects like philosophy, religion, poetry and other subjects. Okay, and these educational institutions were under the patronage of the king. That means it was under the control of the king. The next contribution is literature. Okay, the contribution of the Adil Shahis to the literature is very prominent. Okay, there were writers in all the language, that is writers in Persian language, Arabic, Urdu and Kannada language, and literature became very rich in this period because the kings themselves were a great poet. Understood all of you? Literature, that is there were many poets. Okay, poets were in Persian language, Arabic language, Urdu language and Kannada language, but there was a lot of development in the field of this literature is due to because the kings were poets themselves. Okay, next contribution of the Adil Shahis are the Bahman dynasties were music. Music, you know, like Kitab-i-Nawaras. It's a book written by Ibrahim Adil Shah. Okay, this is a great work in music. Yusuf Ali, that is Yusuf Ali Adil Shah and Ibrahim Adil Shah were the great musicians. Okay, and Ibrahim Adil Shah also opened a music school. Women in the royal and the rich families were interested in the music. Okay, next about their fine arts. Okay, Ibrahim too was a fine artist. His court had many artisans, many artists. Beautiful paintings of flowers, plants, creeper and other nature scenes were painted on their houses, walls of mosques and floors. And these paintings help to know about their aspiration, interest and tradition of the people. So this is about the fine arts. Okay, there was a beautiful paintings of flowers, plants, creepers and other nature scenes, okay, which were painted on their houses, walls of mosques and floors. So this gives an evidence to show that they are great. There were many great artists were in the Bahman kingdom. Coming to their art and sculpture. Okay, in the history of art and sculpture of Karnataka, the building of Adil Shahis of Bijapur are the important one. Okay, and this Adil Shahis, they built forts, palaces, mosques, tombs, and all their monuments were in the Indo-Islamic style, mixture of Indian and the Islamic style. Okay, and coming to their forts that were they have built in Karnataka, you could see the fort at Bijapur. It is a very big one and it has 96 bastions, that is the dome which were built on fort, and there were 6 entrances. Okay, the fort of Bijapur. Okay, it is a dome which was built on a fort. It has 6 main. And see about the palaces that this Ibrahim Adil Shahis built. Palaces that they built were Gagan Mahal and Mehtar Mahal. Gagan Mahal and Mehtar Mahal, both the palaces were built by Ibrahim Adil Shah. Okay, and Gagan Mahal is a 3-storied tower. Okay, Mehtar Mahal is also a three-storied palace, and it is famous for its fine and delicate decorations. Okay, Mehtar Mahal, it is known for the delicate decorations, and in this they have a different rooms and for different paintings painted on them. Okay, so Gagan Mahal and the Mehtar Mahal are the two palaces that were important contribution of the Adil Shahis. Is they built many mosques. Okay, one of that is Jama Masjid. Jama Masjid, it is famous for its very wide prayer hall. Okay, it was built by Ali Adil Shah. Okay, Jama Masjid. Okay, it's a prayer hall built by Ali Adil Shah. Okay, and it is famous for its wide prayer hall, and it is a common building without any decoration. The next important monument of this Bahman Adil Shah is Ibrahim Roza. Okay, Ibrahim Roza is also known as Taj Mahal of South India, and it was built by Ibrahim Adil Shah II. Okay, Ibrahim Adil Shah II built this Ibrahim Roza, and it is known as Taj Mahal of South India. And Ibrahim Adil Shah built this in memory of his wife Taj Begum in Vijayapura. Okay, it has the tomb of Ibrahim and also his relatives in this Ibrahim Roza. Okay, and it is the only Roza in India. What do you mean by Roza? The mosque and the tomb are built on an elevated platform with the garden around them and a compound wall around it, and this is called as Roza. Understand? Ibrahim Roza, it is also known as the Taj Mahal of South India, and it was built by Ibrahim Adil Shah in memory of his wife Taj Begum. Okay, and it has the tomb of Ibrahim and also his relatives, and this is, they say that it is only Roza in India. What do you mean by Roza? The mosque and the tomb are built in an elevated platform with the garden around and a compound wall around it, and it is called as a Roza. Okay, another important monument of this Adil Shahis of Bijapur is Gol Gumbaz. I think you people are all familiar with this monument, and this Gol Gumbaz is situated at Vijayapura, that is Bijapur. Okay, and this is built by Adil Shah of Bijapur. Okay, and this building has something unique, that is, it has a big dome with a whispering chamber. Okay, and what Muhammad decided to build, this Ibrahim Adil Shah built something that is even bigger and greater than Roza, and he built Gol Gumbaz, a domed tomb, in 1656 at Vijayapura. So in 1656, Muhammad Adil Shah built this at Vijayapura, and I said the uniqueness of this monument, it has a big dome with a whispering chamber, and it is a fine example of the technology of that time, and it is the fourth largest dome in the world and the first largest dome in India.